You know, I don't think we get it. And trust me, I count myself in just amongst everybody in this like such a critical topic that I don't know, I've always cared, but I've never felt the urge to do anything about it. I don't know, I feel it now. I don't think that we get it though. The way that we treat this earth, like, okay, so like garbage alone, just garbage alone, all the products that we buy, and we pay our trash bill even, and we just send it to the dump, and the dump buries it in the ground, right? Because we can't burn it, that would be way too much carbon in the air, and we would kill ourselves even faster. So they said, oh, let's bury it. From the earth and to the earth. I used to believe from the earth and to the earth, it's all good. It came from the earth, just throw it on the ground. I was that guy too. So, you know, shit, I've been all things at some point in my life. Holy crap, we all are. But, so, at this point, we send it to the dump, and, we just bury it. No problem. At least not blowing around, right? At least that. But at the same time, it's still blown around because not all of us get it, which is okay. We don't all get it at the same time normally either. But God, man, if we just keep buying more and more and more products and just putting everything in the ground, what are we gonna farm in? Are we gonna build? We can't build a house on landfill dirt. You know what I mean? Like, there's not enough dirt in the world to cover up all this trash. What happens after we get to the point where we've used up all the, what are we going to do with all the materials? Like, what are we going to do? We can't build foundations on landfills. So it's like unusable. It's unusable. What do we do with mountains of garbage anymore? We don't do anything with them. We dig a new hole somewhere else. We just keep doing it and keep doing it. Whatever children we all have to carry on our names and to make sure that we go forth and multiply like a good creation does, pleasing to its master. But we're killing our children at some point in time. Literally, just the way that we treat the earth, just the way that we do this place. I don't think a lot of us would even treat our mother this way. But we do it to our Mother Earth. Like, oh no, I was talking with my mom, and it came up. I'd never heard this from anybody. I don't know where it came from, but it was perfect though. Okay, so you know how a thing is normally made up of smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller groups of things that make up a whole thing, right? So like there's one deer, well, there's 20 other deer on the hill too around it, and the trees, there's a herd of deer. So one deer is a part of a herd, you know what I mean? And then the greater herd is a part of many herds across the area, right? So like, we are human beings, we have family groups, we have community groups, we have city groups, we have county groups, we have state groups, and so on and so forth. We are just groups within larger groups, within larger groups, within larger groups, right? That's what we all are. That's what all of this is. That's what it starts out at a cellular level within us. And everything is built this way in nature. Everything in this world is built this way. Down to molecules are formed this way. Even the way that we build things and manufacture things is built on this principle. Everything is built by one thing forming onto the other in groups. You take, in order to build a picture, you use pixels, dots, and you build up on those dots. Okay? That's how we're made. That's how, oh man, I could get so spiritual right now about this. But the group forms. Okay, think of the earth as the larger group of what we're getting at. And us as human beings are a group that's got larger groups, smaller groups, smaller groups, smaller groups, okay? And the animals all make up a group too, each species. And then we could even do it down to the 4 elements and break it down elementally. We could do it to any nth degree because it's all groups. But what happens when something becomes imbalanced? Okay, when a cell becomes imbalanced, it becomes like a T cell, like a cancer cell, and it has to be walled off. Our body will wall it off away from everything else so it can't infect the other ones, right? And then it becomes a tumor and stuff, and hopefully it doesn't spread, but it's still walled off, so we can cut it out, at least biopsy it, find out, right? Well, so when a part of the body becomes toxic or becomes parasitic, it becomes imbalanced, the body has no choice but to fight it with it sends out the immune system, you know what I mean? So what's our planet to do with the imbalance that's happening? I'm sorry there's no screen. I was laying down to go to bed. I've just been kind of meditating a little bit, and it was like, all right, I can't hold this in no more. So what happens when a species becomes imbalanced? What are the warning signs that a planet gives? That how does a planet talk? How does a planet, man, you guys know exactly what I'm getting at. I don't want to say it. It's really bad. It's really bad. On a cellular level, I don't want to keep coming back here and doing this. You guys don't want to either. You guys literally, you guys don't want to either. You guys just don't remember. I'm sorry. You guys don't want to be doing this over again either. Trust me. There's so much more to this, but I don't know. I can't. But we gotta do something. I'm a part of the problem too, so there should be no self-righteous people in this. Man, we all just gotta humble ourselves a little bit, just to say, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna drop trash on the ground. We've got to do something with our trash problem. It's consumerism. That's a huge problem with our ego. Like, we just can't help ourselves. I love weed, and I flippin' love ice cream and vegging out watching cartoons. Like, I just can't help myself, right? So like, I get it with consumerism and stuff. Like, we all do it. We all want to have a good time. We want to make sure our family has a good life, and so we entertain their things too, you know what I mean? Like, we just cater to all this stuff just left and right. We never stop. Thank God for COVID. I'm sorry to say that. I understand the horrifying things that are happening to people, and just the just sheer trauma it's left, the scars
on people that's left. My heart hurts for you guys. Like no other. Especially parents who've had to bury children. That's not fair. I get it. I get it. I hope to God I never ever have to endure that, but I understand it. Like, I'm an empath. I totally, like, I feel things I never ever imagined I'd feel. Like, life feels amazing, but I feel everything else too, and I want to just make sure I stay in balance. But the fact of the matter is that, like, our planet, we've become severely imbalanced. We've got to do something. I don't know, maybe it's all just doing our part within our own, space. Like, oh man, consumerism goes into like so many like psychological, psychotrauma things that, that are psychic, actual psychic trauma, like trauma to the mind, not the brain, but trauma to the individual consciousness. That now we see our world and perceive everything that people say and do through a filter of trauma. Like, I'm on the tail end of mine, I hope. At least on this end, at least on this, in this push, I'm on the tail end. But I know that, man, there's still those out there struggling with it, and I get it. I'm like, but, oh man, see, there goes my ego trying to turn it into something about me. Get out of here, you go sit down, this ain't about you. Get out of the damn way. So, oh man, I'm sorry. I totally... Oh man. Alright, sorry, consumerism. So we cover up our we cover up our traumas. We cover up our psychic traumas by, binge watching things, by binge eating, by, shoot, man, I would torture myself, like, literally. I didn't understand it. I would claim I was fasting like half the day. Like, oh no, I'm fasting. I've been up since 4 in the morning and I haven't eaten anything, and it's now 3 in the afternoon. And I'm still going, dude, stop and eat. And then in the second half of the day, I'd gorge myself to the point where I just, man, it was awful. Like, dude, you really need, yeah. Or I'd eat something and like claim I'm gonna eat something small, and I would eat something small, but then I'd get up in 30 minutes, I'd go back to the fridge and grab something else because I was hungry again. My stomach had already emptied and pushed it through to, the other, part of everything. It was like, man, hunger all over again, so go eat something else. And it just became a vicious cycle of just, starving myself half the day and then gorging myself the second half of the day. Yeah, and I have my own reasons to justify it too. It's crazy. I don't know, man. So like, there's, part of my family is known to be on the, really hefty side, and robust side. And shit, I always feared that growing up, that like, cause man, you see the stigma that, man, everybody's a judge, jury, and executioner in this world. And we don't even know each other, never even gave each other a chance. Big people normally have the hugest hearts and the most love to give. And man, like, I don't know, shallowness. Consumerism stretches into so much, man. Like, our psychic issues stretch into so much that the roots are in everything. everything. And they prey on it. These people that are selling us things are preying on this. You guys ever notice that therapists never cure people? Psychologists never cure people? A therapist might, if they're, a therapist, they're, not just sending you to the psychologist to get you on medications. But you ever notice that they don't cure people, they treat people. Consumerism preys on this, and they work everything. One thing leads to another. One hand washes the other. The drug problems, all of it, one hand washes the other. It's a part of the whole scheme of things. Look bigger. Look at the larger scheme of things. One hand washes the other in this world. So one thing always permeates the other. What are they getting out of it? They're getting rich off of our suffering. I don't know any other way to tell people that we're on our way to the slaughterhouse. And everybody's just jumping for joy with a beer in their hand, joint in their mouth, just laughing and singing. You guys can't even see the walls closing in around us. And they make money off us the whole way as we slave away for it to just taste it, what should be ours from birth. All we got to do is share it. Everybody according to their need. We don't need too much, and we damn sure shouldn't have too little. It's simple. It's so simple, children could tell us this. Ask any 5-year-old, and they would tell you exactly how it should go. When you're wrong, just say so. Oh man, this is all so simple, but we miss it because we've been caught up in all this crap. We gotta stop looking through hurt eyes. We gotta stop seeing the world through our wounds. Remember, this place was beautiful once. And in our contempt, we've trashed it. Like a child throwing a temper tantrum. It's not too late. We can all make a difference still. In everything. In all parts of our lives. In all parts of this world. We can still make a difference. It's not over yet. That lady ain't sung yet. And I love you guys. I really do. I have a whole new love for humanity. I don't even think it's my love. I don't even know what love is. I think I just have a whole new respect for you guys. For everything around me. I can't say I love you guys. But I respect everything. And I respect everything that it took for us to all be here and for everything to be here. Guys, just do your part. And I know a lot of people are. I don't mean to say that people aren't. It's not like that. Not like that a bit. I know everybody right now, we're all doing our best. I know everybody, we're all doing our best. And it's okay. It's enough. Just look at what's... Just breathe. Just breathe. What's really important? What really matters? If it's toxic or if it's got drama attached to it, cut it loose and see if it comes back. It might come back to make sure you still don't want it, but look at the peace that comes without toxic things in your life. Just, oh no, I'm not going to tell anybody how to live. That's exactly it. I can only do for myself. But, so, I just have a whole new respect for everybody. Bottom line. And shoot, we gotta respect our earth a little bit better. A lot better, actually. I'm sorry. It's a lot better. And I'm right here with you. Really. But we can do this. It's not too late. Alright, yeah, I totally gotta, yeah, like everybody else, I gotta work too. And, oh man. It's bitter work, right? But like, you see the character, things, man. Everything in this world is here for a reason. Everything. There's a purpose for everything. Including you. All of you have a purpose. I can't wait until all of you, find it. God, what a world. Oh, man. You guys have a wonderful evening, day. I'm probably going to wait till the morning to post this, I think. But we can do this. Bless you all. Love and light.